Hello student, Hemant sir is here again. So today we will complete the part which is we have left yesterday for the reaction of metallic oxide with acids. Okay. So we have to complete these four reactions which is given in your textbook. It has given here some blank spaces and we have to fill these blank spaces with the suitable compound. Okay. So in first case, it is given as calcium oxide when reacts with HCl. What it is going to produce? So we know calcium oxide is the metallic oxide, and we have yesterday understood that when metallic oxide reacts with acid, they form salt. So what will be the salt? Calcium chloride. So product will be calcium chloride. Calcium have valency 2, so it will become CaCl2. CaCl2. See, here we have 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen is rest. So they will combine together to form water. So here we have to write water. Okay. So this is the part that we have filled over here. So we can conclude that calcium oxide when reacts with hydrochloric acid gives calcium chloride and water. That means metallic oxide, here we have to write metal oxide plus we have acid equals to we got salt and we got water. Okay, this is calcium oxide. So if you want to write, you can write the name. It is calcium oxide. It is hydrochloric acid. It is calcium chloride and water. Now the second example. We have magnesium oxide. Here we have to fill the blank and the product is magnesium chloride. That means we have acid here which have chlorine with them. And water, in water we have hydrogen, so here chlorine and water. See, the chlorine and hydrogen, what it represent? It represents the acid which is used here is HCl, hydrochloric acid. So we have to write HCl, but we have 2 chlorine and 2 hydrogen, so we have to multiply by coefficient 2. So this is the answer now. So magnesium chloride when reacts with magnesium oxide when reacts with hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride and water. So again we can say the metallic oxide reacts with acid gives salt and water. So it is the kind of neutralization reaction. Okay. So now if you want to write, you can write the name. It is magnesium oxide. It is hydrochloric acid, it is magnesium chloride and water. Now we have third example, it is zinc oxide. Again it is a metal, zinc is metal and in its oxide form, so it is metal oxide. It is hydrochloric acid. See, zinc have valency 2, so zinc is going to combine with 2 chlorine to form ZnCl2. It is zinc chloride. It is zinc chloride. And 2 hydrogen and water combines to form water. 2 hydrogen and 1 oxygen going to combine to form water. So this is the balanced reaction now. Okay. So we can conclude that about this reaction, when zinc oxide reacts with hydrochloric acid gives zinc chloride, it is a salt and water. Okay. So this is the way that you have to complete the reactions. Now we have Al2O3. It is aluminum oxide. It is the oxide of aluminum metal. When it is going to react with hydrofluoric acid, HF, it is hydrofluoric acid. HF is hydrofluoric acid. HCl is hydrochloric acid. HBr is hydrobromic acid. Okay. So when they are going to react, see, aluminum have valency 3. It have valency 3 and fluorine have valency 1. That means when they are going to combine to form product, we will require one aluminum. So here we have written aluminum 1, and we will require 3 fluorine. So F3. So AlF3 will be the product. So here we have to write AlF3. It is aluminum fluoric acid. Aluminum fluoric acid. Then what will remain here? See, aluminums are 2. So we have to multiply by 2 coefficient to this product having aluminum. Then we have 6 hydrogen and 3 oxygen. They will form 3H2O. 3 water molecules are formed during the reaction. Okay. So here we have completed our activity which is given in your textbook. Okay. So if you want to write their name, it is aluminum oxide. Al2O3 is aluminum oxide. Then HF is hydrofluoric acid, hydrogen fluoride, and it is AlF3, aluminum fluoride, and water. Okay, so if you want to write, you can write or take a screenshot. So now we will see the reaction of bases. Now we are going to understand the reaction of bases, because previously we have understood the reaction of acid. So now we will understand the reaction of bases with oxides of non-metal. So when bases like sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, they react with oxides of non-metal, that is carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. They form salt and water. We will take one more example so that we can understand properly. So reaction of base. So base, we are taking NaOH. It is sodium hydroxide. It reacts with oxide of metal, non-metal. So oxide of metal we are taking as carbon dioxide. It is oxide of non-metal. So what they will form? Okay. So this is the base. It is sodium hydroxide. Why it is base? Because when we are going to dissolve in water, it will produce OH negative ion, and it is carbon dioxide. It is very well known that we use every day. Because when we are breathing in, we are taking oxygen, and we are breathing out, we are removing the carbon dioxide from our body. So this is sodium hydroxide and this is carbon dioxide. When they react, they form sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate is Na2CO3. Na2CO3. See, here we have 2 sodium and here we have only 1. So here we have to multiply by 2. So here now we have, see, Na2CO3 and here we have CO only. 2 Na are already been used. Carbon dioxide is already been used. We have OH and OH. One more O is used here to form CO3. Here we have CO2 and here we have CO3. That means one of the oxygen is used here. Now what we will have now? We will have H2O. We have now H2O, that means water. So along with sodium carbonate, we will get H2O as a byproduct. See, it is sodium hydroxide. It is the base. It is oxide of non-metal, that is carbon dioxide. They use sodium carbonate is a salt and H2 is water. See, here again salt and water is formed. That means this reaction proceeds as a neutralization reaction. So here it is the base. That means the oxide of non-metal, they are acidic in nature. अब ये बेस और सॉल्ट जब रिएक्ट बेस और एसिड जब रिएक्ट करेंगे तभी सॉल्ट एंड वाटर फॉर्म होता है. इट इज द न्यूट्रलाइजेशन रिएक्शन. सो इन दिस केस सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड इज द बेस. दैट मीन्स carbon dioxide is the acid. That means it is not acid but it reacts acidically. Okay. So we have to write the name also. It is sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide. It is carbon dioxide. It is sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate, and it is water. It is water. So we can say when bases reacts with oxides of non-metal, they form salt and water. That means the reaction proceeds according to the neutralization reaction. That means here the oxides of non-metal, they act as a acid. That means they are acidic in nature. So this is the reaction. If you want to write, you can write or take a screenshot. Now we are going to complete the activity which is given in your textbook. That means the fill in the blanks of the reaction. So if you want to write, you can write. So now we have to complete this activity which is given in your textbook. So here the blank spaces are given in both the reaction of bases with oxides of non-metal. So we have to fill in the blanks now. So we have to predict what will be our reactant here. So here we have KOH, it is potassium hydroxide, and it is the base. That means here we have to write the non-metal oxide. What will be the oxides of non-metal? Here we have K2. K2 means it is potassium. So 2 potassiums are used. That means we have to multiply here by 2 coefficient. Okay. So here CO3, that is carbonate group, is present, and carbonate group is formed from the carbon dioxide. That means here the carbon dioxide will present. Now we have to check or balance the reaction. We have CO2, carbon we have 1, here we have carbon 1, we have 2 potassium, 2 potassiums are here. Now hydrogen, we have 2 hydrogen, and here also we have 2 hydrogen. Number of oxygen, here we have 2 and 2 is 4, here we have 3 plus 1 is 4. That means the reaction is balanced on reactant as well as product side. So this is the way you have to complete or you have to fill in the blanks of reaction or given reaction. So here we can conclude that carbon dioxide reacts with potassium hydroxide, gives potassium carbonate along with water. Here we have seen carbon dioxide reacts with sodium hydroxide. Here only instead of sodium we have taken potassium, because they form, this is nothing but the base, that means sodium hydroxide. So it is also base of potassium hydroxide. So now we will see the next example. Here we have SO3, it is sulfur trioxide, and the products are sodium sulfate and water. See, we have sodium here. So sodium will present, see here we have SO3, so we will require one more oxygen. Here we have water, that means we will require hydrogen also. So hydrogen and oxygen will require in order to complete the reaction. So see here we have sodium. So which product have sodium, hydrogen and oxygen? That is sodium hydroxide. So here the reactant will be sodium hydroxide. So now we have to balance the reaction first. So here we have 2 sodium, but in reactant side we have only 1 sodium. That means we have to multiply by 2. That means 2 coefficient is used. Now we have 2 sodium in reactant side, 2 sodium in product side. We have sulfur 1 in reactant side, we have sulfur 1 in product side. So sodium and sulfur is balanced. Now we have to check for oxygen. We have 3 oxygen here, and here 2 into 1 is 2. So 2 plus 3 is 5 oxygen. Here we have 4 oxygen in SO4 and 1 oxygen along with water. That means oxygen is also balanced. Now we have to check hydrogen. Here hydrogen is 1 and coefficient is 2. That means 2 hydrogen atoms are present in reactant side. And in H2O, 2 hydrogen are used to form water. That means we have 2 hydrogen in product side also. Therefore our reaction is balanced. So we can conclude that when sulfur trioxide, see sulfur dioxide में sulfur के साथ में 2 ऑक्सीजन होंगे, SO2 is sulfur dioxide, but we have 3 oxygen, that means it is sulfur trioxide. It is sodium hydroxide. So when sulfur trioxide reacts with sodium hydroxide, gives sodium sulfate, it is the salt along with water. Okay. So here we can conclude that sodium hydroxide is the base and sulfur trioxide is a non-metallic oxide. So here non-metallic oxide act as a acid. Why acid? Because acid and base reacts to form salt and water. So here it is acidic in nature, acidic compound. So we can conclude that about this reaction, sodium sulfate reacts with sulfur trioxide reacts with sodium hydroxide to form sodium sulfate. It is the salt and water is formed. So we can conclude that all these 3 reactions explains that the non-metallic oxide are acidic in nature. Okay, because when they react with base, they form salt and water. That means the reaction is proceeds as similar as neutralization reaction. Okay, so here we have completed our reaction part of the non-metallic oxide with bases. So आज के लिए इतना ही, मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में.